DCM.WORKS. David has a horrible taste in women.
Welcome to Not Another Smallville. My name is Steph and I've never seen the show before.
My name is David and I've seen it twice.
Why are you laughing?
Sorry, you made me laugh.
Okay, well this is season 1, episode 8.
Yeah, it is.
Boys and girls, your attention please. Presenting a new exciting radio program featuring the thrilling adventures of an amazing and incredible personality.
Look. So the way I'm thinking about this, right? Mm-hmm. This is the first episode that I've seen where I was genuinely interested.
Yeah, same.
Which is crazy.
And it's the first time that there's been, like, a villain who's not actually a villain, if that makes sense.
Well, he was just a guy.
He was just a guy.
Who had, like, a nervous tick.
Yeah.
That killed people.
Yeah.
Which, in this world, is just, like, a normal thing that happens to guys.
Yeah, who cares if you just develop some random illness and start to kill people.
So... Okay, so Steph, as always, what was the story?
Okay, so basically...
You had the sad... You were like, fuck, I forgot this is every week.
No, okay.
Yeah, what's the story?
So, there's this guy named Earl Jenkins. Mm-hmm. Anyway,
I like that you remember the name. I didn't.
I remembered it because it's so generic.
Earl.
Jenkins.
Hey, Earl. Hey, Earl Jenkins.
Yeah,
All
Earl
right.
Jenkins.
Earl Jenkins.
Anyway, so yeah, the show opens on, like, a mum tucking her baby into bed, and then all of a sudden this man just walks out of the shadows.
Yeah, right?
And it's funny because, like, where does he come from? And then, like...
Who's to say? Is that his power? We don't know.
We don't know at this point.
He's just a shaky guy.
Yeah, and then he's like, to the baby, oh, daddy's gonna get better. And then he just starts shaking. And
is the implication that because he's black, he's good at sneaking?
Could be.
It's a little
Could
racist.
be, hey.
Or that, like... 2001, so...
Yeah, it is 2001. Or that, like, it's black, so... And the room was dark.
Oh, he just blended in. He kept his mouth closed.
So, how could she not see him?
Also, I'm assuming that he's the kid's father.
Yeah, he is.
Does she not know he's there?
Obviously not. Because he had to, like, sneak away.
This episode's premise makes no sense.
How did he get out of, like, that apartment?
Hang on. How did he get in?
How did he get out?
How did this make any sense?
I haven't even, like, finished the
I know,
synopsis.
it makes no sense. Sorry.
Okay,
so he's in the apartment with the kid.
And, like, he just starts...
Just shakes a bunch.
He just starts shaking. He just starts shaking and the baby starts crying.
He's a shaky guy.
Yeah, I thought it was an earthquake, but no, he just shakes like whatever he's touching.
Sure. When he gets emotionally intense?
Yeah, I guess so. No, it just happens.
We never get an explanation at all.
Anyway, yeah, so after he bolts, because he somehow gets out of the house without being caught, he runs to...
We've seen the fire escape?
Something.
Maybe?
I don't know. Anyway, he runs to Luther Corp and conveniently... Oh, another side story is Mama and Papa Kent are out of town for the week, so...
Okay, well,
They're in Metropolis,
well,
and so...
Clark's B-plot, I guess, is that his parents are out of town. He has a sweet high school party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So conveniently, while they're in Metropolis driving in the city, this Earl Jenkins runs past their car.
Oh, wow, that is so convenient.
Yeah.
I just realised how convenient this story is.
Runs to Luther Corp.
Well, because he's going... Yeah, he's going to the... So from correct me if I'm wrong, but Lex Luthor has labs in Smallville?
Yeah.
In Metropolis.
Maybe it's like one of those things. It's not a lab, it's like his head office.
It's like a development office kind of thing.
Assuming that like Metropolis is like the...
Oh, okay.
Metropolitan hub.
So that's like his R&D space, you know.
Yeah.
So our guy, Earl, is heading to there.
Yeah, he's heading to there and he knocks on the door and the cleaner's like, Earl, I can't let you in. And he's like, no, but I need to see...
because he got fired.
Yeah, it's like, I need to see Lex Luthor, blah, blah, blah.
He says, I need to see...
Oh, Lionel Luthor,
Lionel.
Not Lex,
he's
not
after
Lex.
He's after Lionel.
Sorry.
He's after our mate Lionel with the sweet hair.
I'm just having a lot of feels about Lex at the moment.
Look, it's late. We're both tired.
Let's
press on.
Anyway.
It's gonna be a tough time.
It's gonna be a long night.
It's gonna be a long night. We're not that far in.
No. And yeah, so anyway, so he's knocking on the door. He's like, I want to see Lionel Luthor because apparently, since he was working on level 3 at a plant in Smallville,
it has 2 levels.
Yeah.
No, it's in Metropolis.
No. The plant was in Smallville.
What?
Yeah, because
where was he knocking on then?
Metropolis.
What the fuck?
They moved him to Metropolis. Well, they sent him to Metropolis.
But he went back to Smallville.
He went back to Smallville to see Jonathan Kent.
Oh! Yeah, okay. Yep, sorry. Yeah, I was
Just
like...
let me tell the story.
I was like, where is... Yeah, okay, sure.
He's in Metropolis.
Sure.
And anyway, he's like...
Yeah.
So, to the cleaner, he's like, there's been an I'm sick, blah, blah, blah.
Gotta chat to Lionel.
I need to chat to Lionel because since this explosion on level 3 in the planet Smallville, I haven't been the same. I've been shaking. I'm sick and blah, blah, blah. It's ruined my marriage and everything. And the cleaner guy's like, okay, well, I'll let you in. And then he's like holding onto the cleaner guy, like, emotionally being like, oh, I
bloody had a tough time, mate.
Yeah, and he
Let me hug you.
He starts shaking and shakes the
him
guy
to
to death. Yeah.
We've all been there.
Anyway, so...
Steph, we've all been there.
We've all been there.
Shaking a guy to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
What is that?
Uh-huh. You've never shaken a guy to death?
Have you?
I mean, at least once. At least once.
Oh, no.
I'm just really worried that, like, they were like, yeah, shake a guy to death. No police investigation. Like, nothing. Just back to Smallville. So, this is where I'm confused. So he goes
back to Smallville because I guess, for one, he just killed a guy, so he needs to get out of there.
Out of Dodge.
Yeah, and then two, he wanted to see Jonathan Kent because he said that he's the only person that he could trust.
Why?
They're old friends, I guess. He used to work on the Kent's farm.
But, like, I guess?
Yeah.
We get that through, like, half a line of dialogue.
But also, here's the kicker, like, the loft just starts shaking while Whitney and Lana are out there, and they're like, what the fuck? And like...
Whitney's like, hey, Clark...
Get up here.
Bloody... Something's happening.
Anyway, so Clark comes up, like, pulls up this, like, sheet or whatever that the guy's hiding
No, it's
under,
literally like a bed sheet.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, it's Earl. And then his hand starts doing the kryptonite thing.
Can we just backtrack on the fact that Whitney literally had a pitchfork in that scene?
Yeah.
And was like, Clark, he's holding
Clark,
a sharp, pointed object, quarterback, right?
Yeah.
He's like, Clark, you gotta come see this thing. Didn't pull the bedsheet back, nothing, waited.
Yeah, I think Whitney at this point, he's just...
Yeah, fuck that guy. I mean...
I thought he was gonna die this episode.
We both got a little excited at the
Yeah,
thought.
yeah. I was like, oh, I hope Whitney dies. You're like, yeah, I really hope he goes.
We were a little amped up about the thought, yeah. Okay, so... Whitney some black guy.
Some black guy. And anyway, basically says to Clark, oh, since I worked at blah blah blah, I've had the shakes.
Got the mad shakes, mate.
Yeah, and then
got them heroin twitches.
Anyway, goes to hospital.
Yep.
The police are there because he killed a guy.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, the police were there because he killed a guy.
These episodes are getting they're becoming like a haze for me.
I know.
Hang on. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So he killed. So yeah, and then at the hospital, Papa Kent's there, and they're all like, "Oh, so why is he sick?" And they're like, "Oh, well, it looks like some mineral poisoning, but no mineral that I've ever
Bloody
seen."
some rocks, mate. Oh, meteor rocks. What? It's probably kryptonite.
Probably.
No one said they were kryptonite yet, though.
No one knows
I've talked
what
about.
it is.
Yeah.
And anyway, so yeah, then he decides. Well, Earl decides to go back to the lab and like demand to, basically, Wait, no, because Clark mentions that he's going to Luthor Corp the next day for a field trip or something to his dad.
In Smallville.
Because they're in Smallville.
Yeah, I know, but they're confused. The reason I was confused is because they went to... So, Earl went to Metropolis.
Earl was in Metropolis because Luthor Corp sent him there.
He came back?
He didn't go to Metropolis.
Am I being super dumb here?
Luthor Corp sent him there after the accident to just, like, remove him from Smallville.
Alright. But then... Okay. Yeah, I know, but the lab where the majority of the episode takes place is in Smallville.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, I'm fine. I'm good.
Because it's Lex's lab.
Well, I realized that, but I wasn't sure... Like, I don't know... We don't know what the geography is yet on Smallville and Metropolis. We don't know how far apart they are. I thought maybe Lex runs the labs in Metropolis as well.
I don't know. But anyway.
We don't even know that yet.
Let's continue.
Sorry.
It's okay.
You're in the middle of telling the story.
I feel like this segment normally only takes like 2 seconds and it's taking the whole episode.
It's tired. It's late.
It's tired.
Look, it's...
Okay. Basically, so black guy holds school field trip hostage, releases a lot of methane, punches Whitney pistol whips Whitney in the arm.
He pistol whips him, yeah.
releases methane and almost causes everyone to catch on fire. Lex Luthor comes in and basically tells Earl, it's okay, I'll take you to level 3, because Earl tried to find level 3 and found that level 3 didn't exist.
That's where he was being experimented on.
Yeah, and he basically found that it didn't exist.
But I thought that was a different lab.
No.
Oh.
But he wasn't getting experimented on.
Okay.
He was cleaning and there was an explosion and
of course. Yeah, sure. Sorry.
Yep. And then
Yep.
So yeah, all the kids get out except Clark.
At the last second he rolls under the door.
Yeah, he rolls under the door.
Indiana Jones style.
And then anyway, Earl takes Lex by like the collar of his shirt and threatening
There's
him.
There's a whole thing on a boardwalk.
And then Clark finds the
kryptonite
the place. No, he finds the place where Earl went to like see where level 3 was, and it wasn't there. And he uses his X-ray vision to look through the wall, and the elevator's there.
Yeah.
Then he like just punches through the wall
Convenient.
or whatever, and then he's like, "Oh, come here! I found it."
Bloody come here, mate.
And then Earl takes Lex, and they go down the elevator, and then there's a big steel beam.
Inexplicably, a catwalk that makes no sense.
It's like a catwalk, yeah.
But like in a warehouse, why would that even be there?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
What are they called? I forget what they're called.
Trellis.
You know those things that are around houses when they're building them?
A scaffold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see your face. You were like, "What is it when they make a metal thing?"
I'm searching for it. Yeah.
Well, it's a metal scaffold that sort of looks like a catwalk.
Anyway, yeah. So they're all on the scaffold, and then Earl starts shaking.
He's
Lex
all shaky.
And Earl start
He's
to
so
fall,
shaky, mate.
And it's like 50 meters above the ground.
And
so
Clark saves everyone.
Clark saves everyone despite like being kryptonite.
Because he's a strong bloke.
And then at the end, Lex is like, "Clark, how did you lift us up?" And he's like, "I don't know, adrenaline, I guess."
Because I'm a 31-year-old man.
And and then at the end you have like Clark being embraced by his parents and Lex essentially like
with a weird like Voldemort,
giving a weird
with
look.
like Voldemort hug thing from his dad, where his dad's like, "Yes, come here, my son."
Yeah. Oh, also Lionel essentially said, "Hey, it's okay if you seal Lex in there. I don't really care if he blows up."
So the SWAT team, right, is like, "Well, there's methane everywhere. If we do anything, it'll blow it up." And Lionel goes, "No worries."
And then somehow Clark just like twists the methane, like twists like a dial backwards.
See what he did was
he
turned the methane knob. That's what he did.
He turned the
methane knob
and just like reduced all the methane in the surrounds already.
Is methane that flammable? You're a scientist, sort of.
I mean, if someone like
you're more sciencey than I am.
If someone lit a flame.
But the
thing is like there was no flame. Why would you have an open flame in a lab?
But also in like a hostage situation, your most likely open flame is a gunshot.
Yeah.
So at that point, you've killed someone anyway, right? Like if a gun is going off, you're in trouble.
Well, the thing is that like he did the methane thing and then he shot the security cameras. So wouldn't that have blown everyone up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's happening, Smallville?
What is this?
What's
episode?
your physics, bro?
But this is true. Like this episode is the first one that I've actually been genuinely interested.
I was gonna say,
they're starting to develop like a plot.
We were both super interested in Lex today.
Oh.
We were like, Lex, what's going on with your dad, bro? What are you about,
And it's like,
mate?
Lex, what are your intentions? Are you actually good? Did you really not know about level 3? Who knows? He actually didn't know.
We assume.
I think because he went to his dad and he's like, "Dad, you lied to me."
But is that part of his game?
No.
You know what I mean?
Lex
is that part of his game?
Lex doesn't have a game.
I think he does.
At the moment, I don't think he does. I think he has a game when he's like talking to other characters, but when it's like him and his little him and his pa, like his little like
him and sweet head pa.
Not like sweet hair.
Oh, some beautiful Lionel hair going on today.
Woo! It was very swish.
How long do you think that hair takes to style? It's so much hair.
It would take. He'd probably put more effort into it than I do my hair. But that's not really saying much. Cause
you look like trash. There's a guy with a blow dryer, right? Standing this far away, and he's like, keep brushing. Like they're just brushing it all day.
And they have to like spray it to make sure he gets like those edges.
Oh,
like,
the sweet
swept.
edges.
Yeah.
I just want to point out, I got away with a drive-by on stuff there with the hair thing. I got away with that. But like, okay, so here's my confusion today, as opposed to, I mean, I'm always confused with this show.
Yeah.
But so the guy has kryptonite under his skin.
Yeah, he's like, he literally says, it's under my skin.
But we were led to believe that the meteorite situation, landing, I don't know what to call it, but like the impact, when Clark was a kid, caused most of the meteorite situations, right? Caused the bugs that this bloke has that makes him into a bug man, caused the rocks that this guy does to make him into a sauna, fire guy, whatever. This time, it was just that he was experimented on.
No, he wasn't experimented on.
No, I know, but okay, so they
were...
Yeah, I know, but so they're using the rocks in an experiment.
Yeah,
right?
to make carrots grow faster.
Which is what? I guess it's Kansas, I guess, whatever.
It's like for a fertilizer.
So it explodes, and he gets rock under his skin.
I don't know how that works.
That gives
like,
him
you think
the
that
jitters?
Yeah, well, the doctor did say that apparently, like, his body was trying to push it out. Or something, like, forcibly push it out of his skin. But the thing is, like, that would be a muscle thing if he was jittering like that. It wouldn't be a... He'd just have, like, a really bad rash.
And if we're to assume that the body is acting like, I don't know, some kind of blood-brain barrier, the whole body, it's gonna just, like, literally push it out?
Yeah.
It would just fall out. Like, it would just literally, like, push out and fall out.
Either that or he'd just get a bunch of pimples as it's trying to push it out. He wouldn't start having the jitters. But then again, it's kryptonite.
We don't know how it works yet.
No.
Like, I think that's the biggest problem so far is we have...
And the thing is, though, I don't think we ever will find out.
I honestly think that what they'll do is they'll try and retcon it.
Yeah.
Like, they'll go to a point where they're like, oh, fuck, we've had, like, kryptonite in every episode. What do we do?
And then they'll just, like,
they'll try and backtrack. I reckon.
Or they'll just have a character, like, casually mention something, and it's like, yeah, like, because you knew that all along, didn't you?
Oh, fuck. Well, they'll do that thing where they're like, yeah, well, you all knew that kryptonite worked like this the whole time. And we go, yeah, we did. And we go, wait, did we?
Did we?
I bet that'll be, like, middle of season 3.
A character, like, will... Yeah, they'll...
Yeah.
You know when a character does something, they, like, over-explain what they're doing by, like, communicating with other characters,
look,
like,
we've all
through
done
the
that.
dialogue, yeah.
We've all done expositional dialogue.
And it's like... Oh, cool. Well...
When someone's like, yeah, remember the way that the world was formed? And you're like, I'm sorry? What was the thing you're saying about the gods that's relevant? So, okay, here's my theory, right? So we are midway through... Well, we're about halfway-ish?
Halfway-ish through what?
Season 1?
No!
Not even close.
Not even close.
How do they
Two more episodes and we're halfway through.
How do they come back from this? Because, okay, so we've got Lex suspicious about Clark. That's number 1.
Number 2 is, does Clark actually need to eat human food, and does he have a butthole?
Does he have a butthole? Let's talk about it for a second. Clark eats pizza, right?
But, like,
leftover pizza. Does he need food? Probably not. He gets his nutrients from the sun. Does he have a butthole? We'll never know. Does Superman have a butthole? We can never know.
Oh my god. And then if, like, he doesn't, where does the food go?
Where does it go? Conservation of mass.
If he doesn't...
Does he have to vomit every night?
If he doesn't...
Is
like,
he
does,
eating
does
to
he
make...
Does he have a stomach?
No. Is he eating to make us feel better?
If he's
getting
getting energy from the sun, is he photosynthesizing?
Yes. Yeah, no, he is. But it's the red sun.
Yeah.
So our sun is... Sorry, the yellow sun. So Krypton was under a red sun, right? So under the red sun, that's where, like, Zod, so his archenemy, gets his power. Yellow sun is Superman. Superman photosynthesizes, maybe, his power from the yellow sun. So if you destroy the sun, Superman is just like a normal guy, right? So in this world, in Smallville, he gets his nutrients, his everything from the yellow sun. Doesn't really need to eat. Doesn't need to drink water. Doesn't need any of that. So why is he eating waffles and shit?
Because he grew up learning to do it that way.
Where's he putting it? Is he vomiting every night to get rid of it? Does he have a butthole?
Does he even have a gag reflex?
Oh, fuck. Could he? Because I don't think he could. Well, actually, no, that's not true. He could, but it'd have to be him doing it. Like, he would have to, because... Yeah. You couldn't be like, okay, put your finger in my mouth so I can throw up, so I can not die from... Does he have... Hang on.
Maybe it makes his hair grow. That's where all the food goes.
Just Tom Welling's hair.
Yeah.
But hang on, I'm just thinking about it now.
His hair is very mullety this
what
episode.
Is he... It's really mullety.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Does his digestive system work?
I don't know. These are the real questions we need to be asking.
I'm just really worried about Superman in this series, like, because he eats leftover pizza at the start of the show.
Yeah.
And he's drinking fucking milk from the carton. Rude.
Pepsi.
Rude, by the way. From the carton
but
at the start of the show.
But does it.
Well, he's a man. It's fine.
Tom Welling's a man, too.
Tom Welling is a 30-year-old man. It really shows.
I love him.
Today is a.
That's the thing. It's like I can't see him as a teenager now. I just see him as like this man. And
so
it's
handsome.
Like, oh.
And even Lex Luthor today looked like a man. He had like a sweet 5 p.m. shadow. What is it? 5 o'clock shadow? Is that the
5
expression?
o'clock.
He had that going on. Like he didn't shave
But
that
it's
day.
like, okay, so during this high school party, Lex Luthor just shows up and he's like, "Hey, fellow teenagers."
He's like a 22-year-old man, and he's like, "Hey, 16-year-olds, let's all fucking do booze."
Booze. And oh wait, I have this Asian hooker with me.
And he brought the fireworks. Maybe
He did.
is that illegal in Kansas?
Who knows?
Who's to say? We don't know, and we have no way of checking. That's the important thing.
I don't really care to check.
Can't check anyway. Don't know where my phone is. It's behind me. I know where it is.
I don't care about Kansas.
I couldn't. Who's to say? So, in this, okay, this is my confusion, right? Well, aside from everything else this episode, I cared more, and I don't know why. Is it because
I cared as well.
Is it because the Clark-Lex relationship moved forward?
I think so.
Because suddenly,
I think so, and it wasn't one of those villain of the weeks. It was actually like this man.
He wasn't just a psycho.
No, like, and it wasn't caused like just things go bump in the night because of the meteor. It's like actually something relating to the Luthor story as well.
Yeah, the character decisions kind of actually impacted the story instead of just like, oh, here's a rock and someone accidentally interacted with it.
Yeah.
The actual decisions of the Luthor family created this person.
Yeah.
Who was just a guy who just had seizures that kill people.
Yeah.
That's really dark. Like
this, a lot of it is now. Remember that last episode?
Yeah, this.
Where that murderer just like he's still in the silo.
Oh my god. Hang on. Do the Kents know how to get rid of a body? What do they cut it up? Do they butcher it and like?
Because technically they're guilty of murder.
She killed a person.
But
well, it's manslaughter at best. But like, what do they do with the body?
They just leave it in the silo.
Does Clark use his fist?
Fertilizer.
His fist to like break it up into parts and bury it across the country.
Clark wouldn't do that.
He could though.
He could, but he wouldn't do that.
All I'm saying is, if Clark was a good son, he would chop the body up with his hand. I assume, and then just like super speed it to other parts of America and bury it, or throw it in the ocean. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do. I'm just saying it's.
I don't think Smallville Clark would do that.
Oh, you're right. He's too much of a goody two shoes.
Like I literally think they probably just left it in the silo because they're like.
But doesn't that grain? I mean, they're farmers, right?
Mm-hmm.
They have to sell that to someone.
Yeah.
I don't know how farming works, but I assume that's what
I don't know how it works either.
I don't know how farming, but like at some point they have to sell that on, and like how do you explain the skeleton in it?
Well, they don't sell the skeleton.
Or the rotting corpse.
They just.
How do you fish that up? You just get like a big net. Is it like a?
I don't know.
Is it like a sieve? Do you have like a tap? That like clogs the tap? We don't know. These are the questions. Let us know. Look, we're gonna watch the next episode. We're gonna be very upset, probably.
Probably. And look forward for like the next couple of episodes. We're probably gonna be pretty delirious.
It's gonna be a hot mess. Listen, if you wanna write into the show, you can. We have a bunch of emails in the show notes. If not, you can just hashtag us, or you can add us at DCM_WORKS. The podcast is brought to you by hover.com. You can grab a sweet referral link in the show notes. You get some sweet discounts on your URLs, your internet shit. It's all gravy.
Wahoo!
We're all about it. And we really enjoy this. If you do, consider... I can't do it. I can't sell. I'm too tired. Listen, we have a Patreon.
Donate.
Do it.
You've done the thing. Patreon.
Patreon.com/DCM.WORKS.
Yep.
Shout outs to Brendan A. McQuaid. He's a longtime supporter of the show. Always donates every month. We really love him. And we'll be back next week with what will definitely be more hot garbage. So we'll see you guys then.
Looking
forward to it.
Thanks for listening. If you want to support the show, just head to patreon.com/DCMWorks.